Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am surrounded by experts in the Setouchi region of Japan, and we're going to talk about what to do, how we get there, and when we get there, what we can do, how can we spend our money, and how we can spend our time in that beautiful, beautiful region of Setouchi. And I'm delighted to have around with me today I have Trinidad to represent the Setouchi region. Good morning, Trinidad.
Good morning, Graham.
Morning.
I have Claudio, and I have Arashi from Owaka, who do cycle tours and tours around the region. I have Yuko Morita from the Yuko Yacht Charter. And of course, we have our good friend Julie Murphy from ANA, the big, beautiful airline. So let's start off. Trinidad, give me a little sort of an overview of where the region is, what it consists of, and what is it famous for?
Okay, well, Setouchi is a region which is located in southwest Japan. It is actually made up of 7 prefectures. 4 of them are located in the largest island in Japan, Honshu, and the other 3 are located in an island across an inland sea called Shikoku. So the prefectures are Yamaguchi, Hiroshima.
Okay, well, it looks like we've lost Trinidad already. So let's not worry too much. Hopefully she can come back. Julie, you presumably know where the Setouchi region is. How do we get there from the UK? What's the best route? Obviously, it's on your airline, but what's the routing? What's the sort of sort out?
So actually, it's quite simple. So as Trinidad said, there are 7 prefectures, but actually flying into Haneda Airport, we serve 8 airports within the region. And currently on a kind of lower than pre-pandemic level, we have somewhere between 25 to 35 flights a day. So it's a very well-serviced region and very popular.
Excellent. And at the moment, are flights beginning to get full? Are they full already? What's the scene look like for 2022?
There's still restrictions, even though the entry to Japan is a little bit relaxed, but we still have quotas as carriers flying in. So our flights are full some days, but we are full on our quota. So the aircraft is not physically full. So that's quite a challenging dynamic, but we've been doing it a long time now, so we've become very professional at it. So
good. And do you get a feel for the Japanese government when that might be relaxed, or are they keeping up their mitts and their protection?
I think it will be a step-by-step, very cautious approach. So I think as we move into the latter part of this year and early next year, we will really have a clear indication.
Okay, cool. Well, Claudio, when we get to the region, what would you as a tour, an inbound tour operator, what would you be selling me? What would I be able to do if I did business with you?
All right. Well, primarily, of course, one of the biggest attraction is cycling through the Shimanami Kaido. So the Shimanami route between Onomichi to Imabari, crossing 6 islands. 7 islands, and well, along of course, cycling, there are a lot of attractions related to the traditional activities, including well, farming citrus is extremely valuable in this region, but also you can find a lot of things. Visit, of course, temples and shrines and historical landmarks. Also, it's possible to take part into activities such as doing pottery or even forging small steel objects, dyeing clothes with indigo. There is a lot. There are a lot of marine activities, including kayaking, using SUPs, and of course fishing. So,
and do you do this in groups, or people you're given? Are you is it a self sort of regulated tour? Do you give people the bike a piece of paper or an electronic device and off they go, or do you do it in groups and you host them and you have a guide with you?
Both options are possible. So we may provide activities where our guests are able to participate independently, or we also offer some guided tours, both by bicycle or simply with a guide going along with tourists.
And if you're going from island to island, do you arrange accommodation in the other islands, or do you always come back to base?
No, we can arrange accommodation to other islands.
Okay, cool, excellent. Well, so we're in an area, lots of small islands. All sounds good to me. Yuko, you run a yacht charter company.
Yes.
So what sort of charters do you run? Is it a day charter? Do you stay on board? Do you just go around the islands? Tell me a little bit more about what you offer.
Of course, yes. Actually, we do have the short cruises, which is like lunch cruise and sunset cruise. It's only for 3 hours almost for a short cruise. And we do also have day cruise charter and then overnight charter too. Then our yacht also has 4 cabins and then 1 for staff, and then 3 of them for the guests. And then for 1 room, 1 cabin, good for 2 people, and the maximum 6 guests is will fit for overnight. And then the day charter will be 10 packs, 10 guests will be good. Okay, good. Is it okay to get on the board in the yacht? And then we do have several destinations, and actually we are located based in Uno Port, which is located in the southernmost part of Okayama Prefecture. And then it will take only 1 hour to get here in Uno Port, from Okayama station by train 1 hour. Then we can go any places in the island. It's maximum, like we do have roughly between Awaji Island in Hyogo and then Shimanami Kaido in Hiroshima. And then in this area, the most famous destination is called Naoshima. It's a part of, this is art islands actually. And then most of the modern art and the many architectures, and then the most of the tourists will visit the island. And it will take only the 30 minutes from this Uno Port to get there.
So in essence, you do a mixture of things. You do like a short cruise for lunch, and I presume you provide some drinks and some food on board.
Exactly.
And then you do a sunset cruise, so people can have cocktails or whatever. But you also do an overnight where people can stay on board the yacht, and that sounds ideal for a family or a couple or some couples together, a group together, and you actually have cabins on board.
Yeah.
Excellent. Sounds very good. We have Trinidad. We were talking. We've spoken a little bit about how to get to the region with Julie and ANA. We've spoken a little bit about going around the islands on a yacht. We've spoken to Claudio about going from island to island on a bike and perhaps staying overnight in accommodation and looking at some of the agriculture and some of the citrus areas and some of the architecture. What else does the region have to offer if I was to go there on vacation?
Well, first, I think one of the main features of the Setouchi region is that basically the 7 prefectures.
Okay, I think we have a problem, Houston. Julie, have you ever been to the region?
Well, actually, I have. I've been to Takamatsu actually just once on my last trip to Japan at the back end of 2019. And if I can be kind of very simple in my explanation, it was very much like the French Riviera. It was very beautiful, very scenic, and lots of different dynamics with the food and moving around. It was really beautiful. So that's my one brief experience. Unfortunately, a lot of my business trips don't involve touring, unfortunately. So I was very fortunate to do that.
Our heart is breaking for you, I'm sure. I think that I've got a good feel for the region. It sounds absolutely brilliant. I think we'll leave the last word with Arashi. And Arashi, thank you very much for your time. And we're going to go back to gallery now so we can see everybody. I just wanted to use my one word of Japanese. Sayonara.
Sayonara. Okay.
Thank you very much, everybody. I'm sorry that Trinidad was off and on, but I wish you the very best of luck in your efforts, A, to get more tourists there, to get back to where you were before, to give them quality holidays, and for ANA to have slightly fuller aircraft, because that would be better for the environment if they were fuller.
Correct. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you very
Thanks
much.
very much. Bye.
Okay,
Sayonara.
thank you.
you.
Bye.
Thank you.